So we have cycled 220 miles from Luton to Lewes for the Love Luton Remembrance Ride 2015.
Okay, so we're riding over to Lewes, memory of the First World War. It's like a Love Luton kind of like ride to remember those who kind of like sacrificed their lives in the First World War. So it's it's a good way to get the community involved in remembering people who served for us. Yeah.
So we're cycling all the way from Luton all the way to Lewes in France for a charity ride. We have to raise money for charity. I'm quite excited. I'm a little bit nervous about how far we're going, but I'm looking forward to it.
So you're feeling fairly confident then?
Yeah, as confident as you can be before you start, but we shall see what the journey brings.
Day one was Luton to Chatham, stopping in Brentwood for lunch. That was over 75 miles, a bit more for some because they kept going wrong. It was hard riding, but everybody did fantastic and actually reached the hotel in plenty of time, so it was a good day's ride.
Being in the sport vehicle?
Well, Joshua, it's been pretty tough going, to be honest with you. The GPS system has led us down some garden paths, a few dead ends. It's been quite tricky to actually keep up with the league groups. They have been very fast today, Josh. Very, very fast. The tempo's been high, even outgunning the actual support vehicle, which is just not on really. But so far so good. A bit chilly today, but I think it's been a good day for riding, and we've seen some real competitive competition out there. So.
Yeah, no. So day one, yeah, it was good. It's kind of like we've been very, very fortunate with the weather this time of year. But yeah, no, on the first day, a few of the guys got a little bit lost on the way to lunch and like after lunch. So there's a bit of kind of like drama there, kind of. Yeah, they're heading the wrong direction, heading into London and all this. A few little kind of like, mechanical problems and bits and pieces like that. So yeah, no, it was kind of like an eventful day, kind of like lots happening. Kind of like exciting day for them, kind of like little ferry journeys and this kind of business. So yeah, all kind of like good, but like a few little hiccups, but nothing kind of like people can't overcome.
Okay, we've eventually arrived at Chatham after a 20-mile detour. We're eventually here, tired, few navigation problems, but all sorted now. Happy band of shoppers and ready for tomorrow. Although, no, I'm trying to convince myself we're ready for tomorrow now.
So day two was the day with a time restraint, so it was 50 miles from Chatham down to Dover, or up to Dover as it seemed, because there were so many hills. Then on the ferry and across to Calais, and it was a 30-mile, very windy ride, which ended in the dark and ended in our hotel in Dunkirk.
Yeah, no, it's a lumpy kind of like start, that kind of like heading down to Dover, kind of like going over the North Downs. So it's kind of, kind of very rolling, but kind of everybody was up in good time, set off early, got away kind of like to a good start, and kind of like, in the end kind of needed to quite a few kind of like, a couple of punctures in the morning, like one down at the ferry terminal. Yeah, hilly day, and I think that kind of like, day before kind of like started to catch up a little with people there. People getting a bit tired, a few little injuries kind of like creeping in. But yeah, on the whole, yeah, it was kind of like the toughest. Probably the toughest day would be the second day, and particularly the start of it before the ferry.
The first big one apparently.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was alright. It was hard. I'm glad to be at the top.
I mean, with riding up a hill, you've kind of like you've just got to do it at your own pace and your own way. Kind of, there's a lot of it comes from like within the person. So there's not a great deal you can do apart from just kind of like break it down. It is just kind of, at the end of the day, it is just a hill. It's nothing kind of like that. Often people get overly panicked about it, and yeah, just kind of like just that motivation. Remember why they're doing it, kind of like how far they've come already, and kind of like the sense of achievement they'll get from that.
I think it was easier last year riding 220 miles compared to offering support to 30 men who had 8 punches in one day. It was a busy support vehicle, but actually a lot of fun, and it was a great group of guys to ride with and help along the way.
How was the morning? Well, it was okay actually. It was, it was good. What did we do? 4 hours 45? Yeah, done 4 hours 45. Last week it was 5 hours, this week 4 hours 45. And the easy bits were the downhill. There was about 3 hills, so that was good. We got the lads here, so it was good.
Today was the final leg. Day 3 was around 50 miles from Dunkirk to Lewes, and we've ended the ride at the British Cemetery at Lewes, where we've raised 2 wreaths in remembrance of everyone who gave their lives in World War I and other battles.
I believe if I knew where I was going, I'd lose my way. I believe that the words that he told you are not your grave.
Yeah, I mean it's glorious. It's a lovely feeling. I mean, kind of like setting off on Sunday morning in France. It's beautiful and quiet. Like you say, it was a lovely day, kind of like weather-wise. It's just quite a magical feeling for everybody. It has that very very continental kind of like feel. I mean, for a lot of people, France is kind of like a bit of the birthplace of cycling for many. It's the kind of like people see the Tour de France, so it seems kind of like quite fitting to be riding it, and to have quiet, lovely, smooth roads does feel special.
And I believe that the darkness reminds us where light can be. I know that your heart is still beating, darling. I believe that you felt.
It reminds me of East Anglia. It's incredibly flat, with ditches, big ditches either side of the road. Yeah, very English-like, but they're really flat and agricultural.
A lot easier actually, a lot of flat, no headwind, so really good today.
And I have died so many times, but I am still alive. This is not the end of me, this is the beginning. This is not the end of me, this is the beginning. This is not the end of me, this is the beginning. This is not the end of me, this is the beginning. This is not the end of me, this is the beginning. This is not the end of me, this is the beginning. This is not the end of me, this is the beginning.
How do you feel right now?
Yeah, immensely proud, relieved that everyone's safe. I'm very tearful, it's tears. Yeah, but nothing new there, very emotional, so they've done fantastic.
This is the beginning. This is not the end of me, this is the beginning. This is not the end of me, this is the beginning. This is not the end of me, this is the beginning.
It's always nice to have a purpose with kind of like a journey, and it's good to remember that. I mean, there's no way we can understand what happened there, but kind of like having a certain amount of personal struggle kind of like brings you a bit closer to that. It makes everything kind of just seem a little bit more real. You have an appreciation of what people went from, kind of like being away from home and all that kind of thing.
It just gives you a moment to just stand and think, especially with, this little struggle we've had to come here. It's nothing considering what some of these people have experienced in their lifetime. So it's nice to come and just think,
It's a very poignant moment when you actually arrive at a cemetery like this, and everybody who's cycled the 220 miles realises just how important it is. And obviously we've raised thousands for charity as well, and they're service-related charities including Help the Heroes and the Royal British Legion. And I think it all brings it home when you come to a cemetery like this and realise how many people did give their lives during World War I. Love Luton is funded by sponsors, and this ride, along with people who have paid to come themselves and just be part of this amazing experience, the Love Luton sponsors do help organise this event, and obviously our thanks goes to every single one of those.